WePCtv is brought to you by ASUS and Intel.
On this Hacking Hollywood, Skynet becomes self-aware in Terminator 3 and decides that it's checkout time for humanity. Why do computers always go all Judgment Day against humans? And what the heck is a teraflop?
Processing at 60 teraflops per second.
Plus, it's the battle of the John Connors. It's Hollywood tech versus the real world. Hacking Hollywood.
What's happening in this scene is that the general who's in charge of the Skynet program activates Skynet to take care of a computer virus.
What's interesting is that they take the time in the military to program cool, like, sound effects.
Those people have no doubt spent years programming it. The best interface they could come up with was yes/no.
This is launched with the keystroke Y.
It's not even the word yes,
Yeah,
it's the
just
letter Y, lowercase.
So the guy could have been reaching for his coffee and like,
But I guess ultimately there's always one final button that causes serious trouble.
The least they could have done was made a red button.
But you know how sometimes people switch the keys around as a joke? That'd be a bummer, eh?
You know, I think that a computer or my computer might become self-aware if I'm completely always just staring at it.
A computer can become self-aware if you put a mirror in front of the webcam.
All the computer has to do to become self-aware is go to a party where it doesn't know anybody.
It's metaphorically much like the process of a living being evolving to become self-aware.
Once the computer becomes self-aware, it just develops humor as a defense mechanism. And that's probably what it would do.
It becomes self-effacing and self-deprecating.
Exactly.
Are the next steps.
So why do computers try to destroy humanity every time they have an original thought? I'll tell you why. It's because the writer has not had an original thought.
I'll go with the saying of garbage in, garbage out.
If you think about all the crap that's on the internet,
Man,
what
curve.
other choice do you have but to think, these guys are screwed, let's nuke them?
if you think of like the computer as the employee and the humans as the boss, it's like if you had the power to, you would kill your boss.
Some engineers saying that Skynet is processing at 60 teraflops a second.
Processing at 60 teraflops a second.
I don't know what the hell that means, but I do know that next year the new iPhone will double that.
I don't know what the flop is, and when did we go from bytes and bits to flops?
A teraflop sounds like a failed terabyte. It's not even a good unit of measurement.
60 teraflops per second? That's like if you took all of the McDonald's menu, not including the super deals, you could get the whole menu in under 5 minutes.
It's a special like pool dive you can do. Rodney Dangerfield does that in Back to School, I think. He does a teraflop.
Why would my computer want to kill me? Because it's threatened by my intelligence.
I think my computer may want to kill me because I tend to personalize my computer way too much.
When I was growing up in Sicily, I killed my computer's mother and father.
Right.
And so my computer's had it out for me ever since.
Christian Bale as John Connor versus Edward Furlong as John Connor.
I'd have to go with Furlong because I'm saying he probably doesn't yell at the people on set.
Are you professional or not?
What would be cool now is current Eddie Furlong as John Connor, because he's like kind of fat.
Like, I don't know. I don't like saying mean things about washed up actors. I didn't say that. Strike that from the record.
I think Christian Bale has the longer reach, and he's also Batman.
Obviously, he would kick Edward Furlong's ass.
Right.
If you want me to say that on camera,
Right.
yes, I will say that for you. In fact, Eddie Furlong's been provoking it.
That's right. You should kick his ass.
So talk to him.
So it seems like it just might be a matter of time before Skynet brings down the ring. But what if Skynet had the Beyond Touch feature like Baladot suggests for his dream PC? Or the touchscreen interfaces suggested by WePC users Alex, DD Design, or Texan SF? I mean, you could just wave your hands and bam, that's it, the end of the world. But I'm pretty sure that ASUS and Intel are probably on top of preventing that. And it's a good thing because they're always looking ahead and always innovating. Like they've definitely seen that you want touch interfaces and multiple screens. Tell us more about how you'd use a PC with multiple screens and touch interfaces. Get into the conversation at WePC.com and check out some of the dream PC ideas. And make sure you check back next week for more Hacking Hollywood. That is, if we're all still here.
Likelihood that Skynet will nuke the planet,
Kind of likely.
about 50-50.
I think it's like a 50-50 toss-up.
Actually add up those 50-50s, 100%.
WePCtv is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.